The Russian Empire had controlled Alaska as a colony since the late 18th century, but it became an economic and governmental burden. The lack of natural resources as well as the collapse of the fur trade caused it to be unprofitable, and its location made the region hard to defend against enemies. Moreover, the Crimean War left Russia with considerable debt. Russian politicians realized that the country's future did not lie in America, with which Tsar Alexander II agreed. In 1859, both the British Empire as well as the United States of America were considered as potential buyers. However, neither one of them were interested. Britain already possessed enough uncharted land, while the USA was more concerned about avoiding a civil war. Yet, American politicians such as John Appleton and William Quinn showed interest in the colony, changing Russia's goals, for it wanted not only to make money, but also saw the potential of weakening British presence on the continent by surrounding British North America with territory controlled by the United States. Following the end of the American Civil War in 1865, the two sides began negotiating. President Andrew Johnson saw the chance of drawing away attention from domestic problems, while other politicians argued that it would serve as a trading hub with Asia. On March 11, 1867, Russian diplomat Edward Stukol and US Secretary of State William Seward first met to talk about the possible transfer of land. In the same month, on March 29th, the two statesmen came together again to complete the treaty ceding Alaska to the United States, and the meeting ended earlier the next day with its signing. The United States acquired the region for $7.2 million, which roughly equals $105 million today. Opinions regarding the purchase were split. Some criticized the decision by claiming that the purchase process had been corrupt, but most Americans supported it. Some even wanted the country to annex Canada. Opposition to the purchase also existed in the House of Representatives, where members protested against payment to hinder President Johnson from acquiring the region. Nevertheless, the House at last passed the necessary appropriations, after almost impeaching the president. On October 18, 1867, the Russian flag was lowered, and the American one raised in the middle of ceremonial artillery fire. Only a handful of citizens were now living in Alaska, for nearly all of them had returned to Asia or Europe. This situation changed drastically in the 1890s, when gold was discovered, starting one of numerous gold rushes in the region. The Russian Empire sold Alaska because it was not profitable, but it turned out to be rich with natural resources worth billions of dollars.